A very good morning, students. Namaste. I'm Dr. Shruti Mishra. I'm Assistant Professor and the Coordinator in the Department of Management and Commerce, Faculty of Law and Governance in the University Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Students, as you know that we have previously discussed about in the previous session we have already discussed about the mentorship, that what exactly mentorship means, why it is necessary, what are the substantial reasons that the university has put up this course, and as well as what are the objectives of the mentorship, why is it necessary for the teachers and as well as for the students, and basically we can say it's generally for the students. Now, our today's session is definitely based on the identification of the learner status. Now, when we are grouping the student in the slow, average and advanced learning, that it is a question arises that how we set up our benchmarks, that this student should go in the slow learning, or this student should go in the advanced, or this student should go in the average learning. So there are few basic steps we follow. Before that, I want to tell you the one thing that which is majorly very important, that is in the 30 days of your enrollment. In the 30 days of your enrollment, the university takes the test. University takes the test basically related for the for your mentorship, for a learner status, to determine your learner status, to determine that to which field you exactly, or to which status you actually belong. So now in this I'll definitely let you know that what type of test we follow, but before that I wanted to tell you something as well, that specifically the student will be mentored on the basis of the portfolio selection. I think you would have been knowing about this term portfolio. If not, then definitely your teachers of the portfolio will definitely let you know that what exactly portfolio means, how many types of portfolios are there, and so on. So it's basically like the portfolio selection, inculcating them about the thinking process, that how to think and generate the ability of the critical learning and critical thinking process, as well as the mentors will definitely help you in the good research work, as well as with the startups. If you want to start your own business in the near future, then you can contact your mentors and they will let you know that how you can start up with the different things as well. So it's like basically this comes under the mentorship. Now I should tell you about the what type of test we generally take for the students. So the first test is the communication test, or either way around we can say either we take the communication test or we can take the psychometric test. So communication test is basically that shows, or basically for the how you express yourself. I mean, how you express the things you are having in your mind, how you express your views, your ideas, your emotions, and yourself as well. Now, in the psychometric test, it is basically related to the IQ section, that what type of mental ability you are having, what type of mental state you are having. It's basically like that some students think fast than the rest of the students, and some students churn out the thing and then they come to the conclusion, so they are a bit slow. So that doesn't mean they are slow, so they need to work hard. But yes, if they are slow and they have certain other types of ability, they can improve themselves, right? So it's basically like that we have divided 3 sections for the new students, that if the student is achieved less than 40% marks in the psychometric test or in the communication test, then they will called as then they will grouped as a slow learner. Those who are 41 to 75% will be considered as the average learners, and those who are above 75% will be called as an advanced learners. Advanced learners are not like they are the supreme power. It's like, yes, they are having the ability to think and learn the things in a better way, and they know how to do the things, but they can inculcate or they can grill themselves to the level of they can think in the deeper section of their knowledge, and they can learn about that as well. So now this is for the new students. Now we are coming to the other counterparts, and that is the older students. Those who are the older students, like we say that the identification of the learner status of the older students, that is the range is bit higher, because when you are new, you don't know how to do things in a very efficient manner. But once you are taken the admission already in the university, then you definitely know about the things very well, right? So the bar is bit higher, bar at on the higher side, you can say. So it's basically the three ranges has been identified. The first range is the below 60% will be called as a slow learner. So those who are achieving, the old students who are achieving 60% or below will be called as a slow learner. So they need to work hard. 61 to 74% are the average learners, and 75 and above will be called as an advanced learners, and they can work on the different startups and so many things, and they can do so other things as well as like the average learners and the slow learners. So this is basically the whole idea about the learners identification status. With the next session, I'll definitely come up with new things of the mentorship. I hope you like this video and have this session. I think you thoroughly enjoyed it, and if you have any query related to this particular video, please do let me know. I will definitely try to sort out your problems, and will definitely try to take these problems to the next session as well. Please, students, stay safe and be at home and keep the social distancing. Thank you so much, students. Have a great day.